In the words of my brother, boys and girls, children of all ages, we have returned finally due to folks taking trips and other folks like working like a Hebrew slave and other folks doing football stuff and you know there's just a lot of stuff going on in the world,
Trojans,
Lordy.
baby. Let's go.
Yeah, if you had Trojans, you wouldn't have them two kids.
You know, one of my son's friends, every time Elijah walks up, he goes, Trojan, man. This is just terrible. This is sixth grade. Just terrible.
Oh God, that's horrendous. But I digress. So, welcome to CNC Sci-Fi Grill, episode 32. We are here to discuss a couple of things in the geekdom that is Marvel and one thing in the geekdom of Star Wars. But we'll save Star Wars for last because I think that was Nate, you've watched the first five. I watched all nine when it first got released, which, that's my thing because it was anime and Star Wars. So I was deep into that. So let's start with What If. And when we last left off, I believe I can't even remember what the episode was. Episode 5. Anyway, this episode is
episode 5 was zombies.
Yes,
maybe
5 was zombies. So this episode is episode 6. So we get to start off. Instead of Stark getting killed, he gets saved by Eric Killmonger, who everyone knows from Black Panther. Now, granted, this was 2008 when this happened. So I want everybody to realize that because a lot of people are like, well, why is Shuri a little kid? Because
she's a little kid.
2008, she was a little kid. So
as compared to, she was like 16 in Black Panther, I think, and that was like, what, 8 years later?
So Eric and T'Challa were probably around their 20s, like probably your age. And oh, I'm sorry. One of your hosts, I'm Cliff, or at Draconis. To my left is my brother, Big Nate, or the real Nate Banks. And below us is one of my lovely daughters, Christina, at cjasmine.music. All on Instagram. Follow us if you have a chance. But back to the show. So I think the recurring theme in this, other than Stark creates villains nonstop, is between Stark and Vision, neither one of them can survive an episode that they show up in.
Nope.
And Stark, and this was seen in the first Iron Man, is the most gullible man I have ever seen before in my life. He is just ridiculously gullible.
I love him. I do. But Jesus Christ.
He is the most...
Yes, let me just promote the man who conveniently saved my life to COO of my multi-billion-dollar company. Yeah.
Yes, because my friend... Now, to his defect, so first he got attacked, almost killed, and then he found out his mentor and the man that raised him after his parents died basically set him up to be killed. Yeah, I was waiting for Happy to go bam when he knocked him out.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Didn't.
Oh, yeah.
So a couple things happened. So that's what really changed in this episode was that Tony did not get hit with his shell that caused him to
basically
become Iron Man.
Didn't become Iron Man.
Yes.
Yeah,
so,
but. So at first I stopped and I said, well, you just dropped all this information about Jebediah. And you automatically tell him, oh, yeah, because he hired me to kill you.
No, he didn't tell him he hired me to kill you.
No, he said it was the assassination in
the 10 rings. Yeah, he had been embedded in the 10 rings.
And so, regardless, it didn't make Tony pause in any way.
Of course not.
That this man had all this information and just dropped it like bow. And
Do you not remember what happened with Tony in the original, how gullible he is a genius, but he has zero real world smarts.
He does
Just
not have
none.
like he's charismatic, but he does not have people skills.
Mm-mm. He can't. He has horrible with people. Think about what he convinced Bruce to create an AI from a freaking Infinity Stone that you don't an alien
And
artifact you
speaking of
don't
that,
understand.
we'll get to that.
We'll get to that in number 6. We'll get to that.
Cause that no one. That was
So
crazy. I like almost screamed. I was like, hello.
so Tony, in his infinite wisdom, just he consistently either
First off, he
creates
made
villains
him
or just
head of
messes
like
up.
the security division of Stark
Mm-hmm.
Industries because he saved his life one time.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, Pepper's like, what?
No, Happy was
Happy
like,
too.
Happy was like, wait, that was supposed to be my promotion. So
Right.
that means that affected Happy's life because he was just a driver then, at that point. So we had that, and then it is just a mess. It's yeah, it was crazy. Um, so at first I was like, oh well, maybe this means this will redeem Killmonger.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
no. Killmonger is still
The fact that he
is
was
one of the most
already that much of
devious.
a killer at that point, like, no. He's been like this since his dad died. Probably.
Yeah. Yes. His dad dying was so I think what would be good if there's a season 2 is what if
His dad didn't die?
Jobu did not die?
What if T'Challa didn't kill Jobu?
Or what if T'Challa took his nephew with him? Instead of leaving him on
what
the
if T'Challa
streets
took
of South Central.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
What kind of uncle just leaves? Well, I'm just gonna leave him there. He'll be fine.
Well, I mean, I guess his idea was he's already there. I'm not gonna take him with me.
That has always been my problem with the Wakandans is they are so. I understand they want to keep their stuff safe and all that stuff,
They're
but
just very
you leave behind your nephew and you just made him an orphan.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just being a hard.
No, he didn't want to face what he did. No, it ain't just you.
So you don't want to face what you did, so you leave your nephew behind.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no one
You don't want to
said
have
that.
to later end up telling him that you killed his father.
No sense. No sense at all. No sense of anything. It's just to me it's just senseless.
Pardon the racetrack in my background.
No. That's we're used to that. We're used to that. So the story continues on and of course T'Challa or not I'm sorry, not T'Challa, but Eric does a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, T'Challa did show up, so we got a little feels from Chadwick. I think that's almost his last role. He has one more episode coming up, which is either the last one or the next one because there's only 2 episodes left. And then basically Eric gets away with a lot of stuff, or at least he thinks he does. But our girl Shuri, who is probably about 10, or no, she's not 10. She was 16 in Black
10.
Panther, and that came out in what 2017.
I mean, I don't know how old she was in Black Panther. Actually, I was just
She was 16 in Black Panther.
Was she 16? I thought she was like
Yes.
18.
She was 16.
Okay.
She was 16.
So
unfortunately, T'Challa dies to Eric,
and so
Eric,
does freaking Rhodey.
But Eric had this whole thing. He's like, unfortunately, cousin, this is too bad for you. Wrong place, wrong time, basically. But whoever was the Black Panther had to die.
But also, like, it wasn't wrong place, wrong time because he told Claw to send a hint to the Wakanda War Dogs, so he knew he would show up.
But he was probably hoping it wasn't going to be T'Challa because remember, T'Chaka was still. I don't know if T'Chaka was active as Black Panther, maybe not.
No, he was. Look at him. He was too old.
Did you see his wife? What was you saying again? The Queen was
wife,
no joke in this.
Yeah, but
not him.
But what I was saying is that he could have actually sent any different force from Wakanda. It did not have to be Black Panther.
No, the
Dora Milaje were coming.
Dora Milaje gonna handle this.
And that's what I'm saying is that they.
I'm assuming that T'Challa is always the first line of defense. Because he's the Black Panther. He's basically supposed to be unstoppable.
But they had a girl embedded, and she wasn't the first line. And if that's the truth, what about Falcon and Winter Soldier going to get Bucky?
What are you talking about?
In Black Panther, at the beginning, T'Challa went to go free old girl who was embedded with the slave runners.
Yeah.
His love interest.
His love interest.
Yeah.
And he froze. I never freeze.
Like a deer in the headlights.
So
yeah, he's also like basically an assassin, so of course they're gonna send him in first.
So Eric plays both sides.
Also, in regards to Falcon and Winter Soldier, there is no Black Panther right now.
Okay. Granted, this is no. That may be true, but if you're saying they send him in first all the time, they don't send him in first all the time. I don't think they do. It depends on what they're doing.
All of our instances of seeing Wakandans outside of Wakanda is him going in first. The Dora Milaje stay at Wakanda.
But why? So him and his father was at a conference. Father dies. He's not going any damn where. This instance, Claw, who was a wanted criminal, was someplace, and he was wanted for killing his friends. You know, killing a whole bunch of Wakandans. So yes, you're right. I could see him going in first there. But for little things like what the Dora Milaje do, they send them in. It just depends. He wasn't embedded with his girl, his love interest that he went to go save. So
no, but he was the one that went in.
Yes, this is true.
Also,
maybe to tell her that his girlfriend
episode died. This was big because they were trying to recover a crap ton of vibranium.
Right, and they were going after Claw. So yes, you're correct. So he should have been sent in, but I don't think he gets sent in first all the time.
Maybe
it just depends on what it is.
But anything that requires like stealth,
that's
what he does.
It's to me, it's like James Bond. They don't send James off for every damn mission.
Yeah, but I think that he knew he was gonna come too. I think that Rhodey was inconsequential damage, but I think he wanted to kill off the Black Panther.
Which is a shame. His cousin ain't do nothing to him. His cousin didn't even know he existed. None of that. None of that.
I mean,
that
but you see that in Black Panther too, because he's just like he's mad at him because he existed, literally, because he existed.
Well, your father didn't tell you that I existed, and this is all your fault because you sat here and you kept us from our brothers and sisters overseas. They could have seen how powerful we are. You could have saved all of us. No,
that's not my job.
Really, no.
I am Prince of Wakanda.
Yeah. Just like Obama was president of the United States, not just the Black Americans.
Literally.
But yeah, so Eric plays both sides. He kills Tony, how does he wipe? Weird. How does he wipe Jarvis? So he gave him the codes to be able to get into Jarvis. Tony is just too trusting.
Yeah. But also, I kind of didn't understand how he killed Tony, because he
put it through his shoulder.
Yeah.
Blood loss. Possibly.
I guess. Maybe he did an artery.
Maybe he hit a femoral artery. If he hit the right artery,
he probably hit the right artery. Because I was like, that was just his shoulder. Like that is not the side that his heart is on. I think.
Well, he put it through there pretty good though. He pushed it. He was like.
Oh yeah, no, that was sad.
Tony and Tony wasted a McCollin again. That was just pitiful.
Also, Tony being cocky, assuming that he wouldn't outsmart the drone that he helped create.
Again, Tony's gullible. It's the same reason that he didn't know that Obadiah was creating a whole freaking suit and almost got killed by that damn thing.
Not even just a suit. The fact that Obadiah was sending black market items out.
Mm-hmm.
Tony.
Yeah.
At least
he's not the quickest.
To create this villain. He was already a villain. He just, gave him more access to stuff.
He gave him access to the whole Stark Empire. What
I mean,
else
yeah,
can you
but
do?
look what he was able to do without it in Black Panther.
True.
He's a resourceful dude.
Mm-hmm. And Claw again didn't realize who he was working with.
Didn't survive again. Use the same
but Shuri was all over that. She's like, "Why are we trusting this mug?
What? Like
he
literally,
just
y'all
popped up, Dad.
Bubba,
Bubba, the fuck, man?
I know your son just died, but damn, calm down."
And Nate, you saw that key thing when he said, "And you know, if I could find the person that killed my father, I would avenge him." And he's looking right at T'Chaka, and T'Chaka's like,
literally. Literally. I was like, y'all just gonna ignore that? Like, T'Chaka, you know you the one that killed your own brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just gonna ignore that he's literally threatening you right to your face? I bet.
Mm-hmm.
I bet.
So,
although Mama, badass.
they could not show Angela Bassett doing that in the movies. She can't. She did a lot of stuff in American Horror Story, but it wasn't like what they would need her to do as Dora Milaje.
Woman stuff.
And did anybody know she was the general?
No.
I didn't realize she was a general. Did you, Nate?
No. He looked at her when he said general, and I was like, "Stop playing with me! Stop right now!" But I mean, it makes sense. She's the queen, and like the Dora Milaje are a group of women.
Well, so now you're saying it's like Lion King, where Nala was like, "Come on, let's go get some food." Okay.
How? I mean, the king is usually the one that leads people in battles.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have an all-women force, it would make sense that it'd be the queen.
And you saw our boy was in there from that turned on them in the first one, that joined Eric in the first one. He was there for a little bit. So, you know, all the usual players was there. It was a nice story. And in the end, Shuri, you know, met up with Pepper, was like, "Oh, no, we gonna fix this. Don't worry about this.
We gonna fix this."
Mm-hmm. All in all, I would say it was a good episode. It was another. This is Chadwick's next to last episode with them.
Cheers.
Yeah. And then we get to, so after 3 heavy ass episodes. Was number 2 heavy? I can't remember what 2 was. What was 2?
No, 2 was something chill.
Okay. Yeah, the first one was Captain Carter.
Chill.
And then the third one was the Avengers getting massacred by Ant-Man.
Yeah.
The fourth one.
Episode 2 was what if he kidnapped.
Oh, Star-Lord. Okay.
Star-Lord.
See, yeah, that was not. No,
that one was
the only thing sad about that was hearing Chadwick's voice.
Oh yeah.
And knowing he had poured his heart into this role, and so then the next one, Party Thor.
Bro, he was so funny. Oh God,
and you do know those was all the original actors. That was all Natalie Portman came back. Darcy was back. Kate Dennings. I love.
Did you say Darcy Duck?
Oh God.
Darcy the Duck.
we don't talk about that.
This is the Duck. I was fucking dead. Was Natalie Portman Jane too?
Yes.
Love this.
All of them came back. Maria Hill, all of them came back. Everybody came back. What's up, Wild Night? Late night. Real life hit us. That's what happened. Real life hit us because some folks, have scheduling conflicts because they work like a Hebrew slave and, making y'all Starbucks. You got to get your Starbucks. She's a barista.
Starbies. Even though we closed early today, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you guys are closing. Oh my God, do you want to put on an apron and come work? No, then get the fuck out. Thank you." Literally, everyone's like, "Oh my, why are you guys closing early?" And I'm like, "We don't have staff." And they're like, "So you have to close the whole store?" And I'm like, You want to come fuck in?
There's literally how many Starbucks in a 5-mile radius?
There's one like up the street. Bye. There's a coffee bean across the street.
Yes, Big Nate. He don't even know what to say because he's still getting over what she said. She can't tell her customers that, but she can tell us that.
This
put on an apron, come get to work so we can stay open.
This Becky reality check was brought to you by the number 7 and the letter Q.
Can't complain about us being closed.
It's
we
funny
got no staff, and you don't want to come put on an apron and come.
It's funny you say that because I went to Sonic the other day, and it was like 7:00 at night, and I get in the drive-thru, and I'm like, "Huh, it's pretty empty here." And they come on and like, "Oh, hi, welcome to Sonic," blah blah blah, and then they're like, "Did you have an online order?" I'm like, "No." "Oh, we're closed." "Oh,
Yep.
Okay. Well, could you put a sign up? Could you turn off your sign and let people know you're closed or something?"
Oh my God! It's 8:30 and I can't get any pumpkin spice
latte.
Oh, the horror!
Do you understand? I have been waiting 9 months for pumpkin spice to come back.
We have signs on the door that say we close at 4 p.m. 4 to like 5 p.m. Pulling on the door. And I'm like, there's a sign right in front of your face, right above the goddamn doorknob. Use common sense, please.
Are you okay now? You vented?
No. Ice half calf, double decaf. That's not possible. You can't do half calf and decaf at the same time. Pick one.
Did you see what Wild Knight just ordered?
You can't get steamed milk in a Trenta. No. It's not possible.
This has defied This has defied the laws of physics. Oh my God.
It's like when people are like, "Oh, can I get a half calf blonde?" And I'm like, "No, it's either half calf or blonde. That's 2 different types of espresso. Pick one."
You know what? Christina, honey, can I ask you a question? I designed a specific special glove that was designed with Smack-a-Hole technology.
No. We must invest in what we thought of, Big Nate, me, you, and Jamal back in the day. Telesmack.
Oh yeah,
we have to bring that product out.
Yes,
Telesmack.
It's
like a telegram, except you get smacked.
That's right, Telesmack.
So like a howler, except it smacks you.
Yeah, no. You call and somebody comes over and smacks you. You can pay for either the backhand, the front hand, or some baby powder on the hand, and then you get.
Now remember,
or a little cuppage on the hand.
No, you understand. But to get the baby powder, that is our upgraded package.
Well, the cupping of the hand is the upgraded package as well, sir. See,
that's right. There's several. The Black Power is for the bulldog. Y'all dumb. I'm tired of both of them. Come on, let's move on with the show.
Okay. All right. Back to the show.
Back to Party
Thor. Party Thor. Who was awesome. Thor. And I did love Loki in this. Loki was awesome in this as always.
My brother from another mother.
And then he was like, "Oh, well, I need y'all help cleaning this up." Well, look, that ain't my mama coming. I'm good.
I'm a good.
That ain't my mama. So the question is, what happened to the world that they were partying on? Did they just party so long that they forgot?
They blew it up, dog. They blew it up.
You saw how they were wrecking Earth. I wouldn't be surprised if someone just did a little bit something too much.
Oh, poor Stonehenge.
Bro, he was just like, all it takes is a little boop. And I was like, did this man really just destroy Stonehenge?
Yep.
With the flick of a finger.
Now, y'all do know that that was Marvel getting back at all the people that hated Captain Marvel too, because he was like, "There's a word on Earth for people like you." We know what he wanted to call her, but he said "party pooper" instead.
Party pooper.
Yes, Big Nate.
I'm sorry, but what made this episode even funnier than it already was is that there was an instigator yelling in the back through the whole episode. Party pooper. I mean, it was wild.
I missed that. I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that either.
There is an instigator throughout the whole episode. It is hysterical.
The funny thing was when she punched him and Loki sat there cracking up for a good 2 minutes, like,
didn't help at all. It was so funny. She sent him into a whole other block, and Loki was like, sucker.
Y'all do know that neither one of them was using a full power. Thor was not using his, and she was not using hers at all.
Yeah, but you know what was the funniest thing is when they kept knocking each other. France, back to England, the different country. Hysterical.
And then, wait a minute.
Yes, Wild Knight. He was instigating through the whole show. It was hysterical.
What about Game Master? Game Master, is that his name?
Game Master was so funny.
On the scooters.
With
the other chick.
Drax was there. Nebula was like, come on, how many of you I? And I was like, Nebula.
And he was like, Nebula, you'll stay and help. Nebula's like,
gotta go. My dad's calling. Gotta go.
My dad's calling. My dad's calling. I died. I had to pause it. When she said her dad was calling, I was like, click. I can't breathe. Stop.
Gotta go. Dad's calling. Bye.
So Thor, he's instigating basically a whole party throughout the world. And what would happen if nobody was paying attention? Nick Fury gets knocked out, so Maria Hill by Korg. So Nick Fury has to take over. Maria Hill has to take over as the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. And Coulson was awesome in this too, but Darcy had me dying. You have a cat?
Yeah, Darcy was dope.
Other than marrying Howard the Duck, she was pretty awesome.
Queen Bee.
He was like, he said, you talking big stuff for a brunette. I was like, damn. That's rough.
Through the whole Vegas party scene, I now pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Duck. I was like, what?
What happened?
Now Big Nate and Christina, y'all might not remember, there was a very horrible, like the worst thing that Marvel ever produced was the Howard the Duck movie. And he did have sex in that damn thing. With a girl.
I never saw that.
So that was a shot back to that. And yes, Rumlow is still an asshole.
Who's Rumlow?
Rumlow is the guy that he was the one that was talking shit about Black Widow in the Avengers one. And the Avengers.
Oh, the general?
Yeah, no, not the general. He's basically, oh my god, I can't think of his name when he gets burned in Civil War. And he comes back and
he's part of S.H.I.E.L.D. and actual Hail Hydra.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the dude that was like, damn, we never get to fire the nukes?
Yes.
Gotcha.
He was a little bit funny too. Oh, we never get to fire the nukes. That's Frank Grillo. And I'm pretty sure he was back. But there was a lot of cameos in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Spielberg was the one that did the Howard the Duck movie. And that's what made it so crazy.
It was bad. I didn't watch it.
No, it was no.
Yeah.
There's a saying, we didn't say it back a little while, but I love what Elijah says. You just trash. That was trash.
Yep.
It was trash.
That movie I akin to, and I don't think Nate ever watched it, was the Dungeons and Dragons movie with one of the with the Wayans brothers. One of the Wayans was in it. He was a thief. Marlon was in it as a thief. That movie was straight garbage.
Yeah,
just straight garbage.
Yikes. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Jeremy Iron was in there as the villain. So it was another movie just like Time Machine where Jeremy Iron is there and he's the one that lifts up the movie, but the rest of the movie is just bleh.
Jeremy Irons is really nice. I've met him.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. We sang some.
So, in the end, to get Thor off the planet, they go and call his mom. Basically, Natalie Portman's character goes and gets his mom. They needed
casually fangirling the whole time.
What they needed in that movie or in that scene was a typical 80s thing where the music starts playing, like when Ferris Bueller had to clean up all that stuff and the music was playing. Yeah. That's what they needed in that. during that whole cutscene when he was trying to get everything. And what took us so long to get to Earth? That was like the longest transition to Midgard I've
I think
ever
it was
seen.
like that on purpose.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. And it was nice of Captain Marvel to not rat him out.
Hey Thor, here I brought you some homework. Here you go, bud.
So, in the end, Thor ends up meeting back up with Natalie Portman and Darcy. Yes.
Wait, Thor left? Did he leave a message? Wait.
Did he leave a note? I mean,
oh, she was sprung already. He sprung her real easy too.
I mean,
that was ridiculous how
sprung.
easy he sprung her.
Wait, but see, we skipping over stuff. Slow down.
What?
Remember?
I'm trying to do an overview, but go ahead.
The day before, or the day after they got there the first night, and Natalie Portman is hungover, and that was the first time we saw Rocket the Raccoon.
In the sink.
In the sink.
And Drax was there.
And then what's crazy about it is Thor called him a bunny again.
Yeah, he did.
Why is there a bunny in the sink?
I died laughing. I say, still call him bunny.
So the Watcher's there at the end, and the Watcher's like, oh, look, everything's going to be okay. And then I'll let Christina explain what happens. Which shocked the fuck out of the Watcher. Yes.
Before she explains it, he went, wait
a minute.
What? And go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
What's happening?
Then a portal opens, and out comes an army. And at the center of this army is Ultron in his third form.
Yes.
But on his chest is, I don't know, all of the goddamn Infinity Stones. And then his helmet pops up, and it's damn Vision.
No, it's not Vision. It's Ultron. Because remember, that was Ultron's body.
He transferred his consciousness.
He was on some world where he was able to he was in some universe where he won. And he decided to come to that universe for whatever reason.
Yeah. What episode was that in?
They never showed that. Oh. But he's coming from a universe where Ultron won. Yes. Ultron won. Yeah. Think about it. There's a million possibilities.
Yeah.
So why couldn't he win in one?
I'm assuming there was multiple universes where he won.
My question is, if he won in a universe, I thought they said at the TVA that the Infinity Stones don't work once they leave their universe. So how is he able to come to another universe with those stones and they work?
I don't know. But that shit was wild. That was terrifying.
It was Voltron.
I'm dead.
Actually, can I tell you? Can I help? That I watched a video afterwards, and it was one of the inconsistencies that they missed over. Mm-hmm. Yes, they said in the TVA that one set of stones don't work in another universe, but we also don't know the effect of the stones on an altered being that he actually won and got him consciousness in the body that was Vision. So we don't know if that logic works on, in essence, metal creatures and not, some sort of whatever vision. And it's too much. My thing is, it's an inconsistency that they didn't care to explain away.
It could also be that he's wearing the Infinity Gauntlet. It's what he has on top of his body.
That's basically what he's doing.
Yeah. So it could be just the interaction between getting all the stones together and you become this ultimate thing, like you said, and he's just able to transfer to another universe. Like, I done conquered this one. Tally ho, motherfucker.
Next.
So altogether, those two what ifs are awesome. I think what's left is Warrior Gamora, and then the one where they get all the heroes together from all the different what ifs is when you, the Watcher, calls them all together to defeat Ultron. I don't know if that's next episode or if Warrior Gamora, because I think Warrior Gamora is with them when they fight Ultron in the last one. So we'll see. But then we turn to Star Wars Visions, which, for those that don't know, Star Wars basically, which a lot of the Star Wars fans get pissed off with that, and I don't know why. But I'm just at this point, I'm getting tired of the Star Wars fans because they're becoming just assholes about every damn thing. They're becoming the thing that they hate to be. Say what?
It's kind of where I am with Harry Potter fans.
Okay, Wild Knight says Gamora's next.
That makes sense.
So I'm so oh, Gamora versus Tony Stark. Oh, that's gonna be good. So Tony's gonna die, of course, because he can't survive What If.
Never.
So Star Wars Vision is basically Disney and LucasArts got together with a bunch of Japanese companies that are famous for anime. They've worked on a bunch of anime projects. It's 9 different studios, and they came out with 9 different visions for Star Wars. None of them really tie back into the movies, which is excellent. And the one I picked for all of us to watch was called The Ninth Jedi, which is, yes, Big Nate.
Even though The Ninth Jedi was good, the very first episode was a monster.
Yeah, but Christina didn't see that one, so
I'm just letting you know if you want to do another one. Number 1 was a beast, but go ahead.
Number 1 was a beast, but there's a couple missteps. Number 2 with the musicians, they could have kept that one.
I'm gonna be honest with you. There was a couple they could have kept, but I'm letting you know if you want to do another one after number 9. I mean, on this 5th episode, The Ninth Jedi, do number 1.
So the Ninth Jedi, it's basically about, I think, 3,000-4,000 years in the future from Rey and Palpatine's time. So there's not a lot of Jedi around. I don't know what's with the Jedi. They just keep either getting killed off or dying off. This is getting ridiculous. It's like a repetitive cycle, basically. But there are a lot. I don't know if they're necessarily Sith or just dark side users. There's still a lot left, and there's organizations that hunt Jedi, but they don't hunt the Sith. So it's kind of like, what the hell? But there's also not a lot of lightsabers around. So this guy is trying to get all the Jedi together, and he sends out a summons to try to get everybody together.
And he says that to get them there, he will be giving them lightsabers.
So cut to a father and a daughter, and the father is actually a lightsaber smith. So they have lightsaber smiths, which, me and Nate, the old way was that a Padawan would go out and get his crystal and build his own lightsaber.
Right. You get your kyber crystal and you make your own lightsaber.
But in this storyline, there's a sabersmith, kind of like he would be Hattori Hanzo of this universe, is basically who he is.
Right.
Which the man is awesome. He does some good work. But what's interesting is the color of your blade is dependent on you, not on the crystal you pick.
So, and that's what threw me off, because the way I learned, the way that we all learned, your kyber crystal depended on what color you had with blade.
Right. So if you were Sith, you would get red. If you were a Jedi, you get green.
If you were a
window was the only one that was purple.
If you were an actual guard, you had a yellow or gold saber.
And then Mace Windu, because Samuel Jackson likes purple, he just said, "You're gonna give me a purple lightsaber."
That's not true.
And George Lucas said, "Okay." Why? How's that not true?
Because
woohoo! He got on the expressway, didn't he?
I was about to say he gonna get his Big Mac. Damn it!
He going for his venti latte.
Oh damn! It's too late.
Not for me.
No. Yes, he liked purple, but what they did is they explained it in the books that because Samuel Jackson was a user of Vapad, which was a different type of Jedi defense, it actually used some parts of the dark or the evil ways or Sith power.
Yeah, that's why he was so strong.
So the reason why it's purple,
so he got yeeted out a window.
Well, and we don't know if he's actually dead, but my point is that because his style of swordplay, Vapad, it kind of teeters that edge. That's why it's purple.
Well, what I was saying, the reason why it was purple is because Samuel Jackson went to George Lucas, said, "This is my favorite damn color." It had nothing to do with the character. That's what I'm saying.
So that is true. I've heard that on multiple different occasions. I'm like fairly confident.
So I know what you're saying, Nate, is the history of it behind the actual Mace window. This is why it's purple. But no, I'm telling you.
Feel like they also put that in later.
Come up with a reason. Because Samuel said, "Look, you want me in this movie?"
Samuel L. Jackson was like, "I'm gonna be in this movie, but I want a purple lightsaber."
I don't want no green one like that fool over there. No. I want purple.
I want a gold lightsaber.
I'm not no basic bitch. I'm gonna get a purple lightsaber. Samuel Jackson. I want a purple lightsaber.
So, when that kid first arrived on the planet, I felt sketchy about everybody that was there. I felt sketchy about the droid, but I really felt sketchy about some of the people there.
Yes.
They were just way too, creepy.
No. I felt sketchy about that short guy because he said, how long are we supposed to wait? And I said, that's not a Jedi way.
No, you're being impatient as hell.
Impatient is definitely not the Jedi way. So I knew he was a Sith. I ain't know about 4 of them, but I knew he was.
Only one of them was a Jedi at the time, which was the kid that got there. The other, what was the 6, were Sith like a motherfucker. And once they got them lightsabers and they turned red, I was like, oh, damn, y'all.
I think that one dude was actually a spy.
Who? The one guy that he said, oh, dude, you need to calm down?
Yeah. His lightsaber was purple, too.
It was red.
His turned purple. It was red at first.
No, it was red at first until the other ones died and their influence on him let go.
Well, what the hell kind of Jedi, what kind of Force user is he where the people around him control what I guess he's like Mace Windu then, right?
He was a spy. Because maybe he had been infiltrated with them for so long that they had started influencing him to a certain extent. I mean, look what happened to Anakin.
Well, yeah, but that could also happen with Mace too, right? If he had been around dark side users or didn't have Yoda there to direct him, he could have very easily have been influenced.
Which is probably why
that was that girl, the heroine. That was a badass little girl.
For real.
And the reason I wanted y'all to see that,
which he was.
And the reason I wanted y'all to see that is to discuss this. What if that's what the sequels would have been?
Man.
That could have very easily have been the beginning of the sequels. Very easily. You didn't have to go back to the Sky. Yes, we all wanted to revisit the Skywalkers and all that. But
not.
We didn't have to.
We didn't have to.
Skywalker. Unnecessary.
No. Making Rey into a Palpatine and then she's a Skywalker and it's
I'm a Skywalker by no.
I don't want to harp on
that fucks up the galaxy. No.
I don't want to harp on what we could have had, but
all
these things showed us what we could have had. All these 9.
But you're right, because this could have been 3,000 years in the future. Everybody's gone, and now we have to figure out how we rebuild the Jedi. How do we rebuild the Jedi 3,000 years later? Where everybody's like, wait, lightsabers? Those exist? I thought those were a myth.
Mm-hmm. And then
100%, it was cool that we had the whole tie-in with Darth Vader, with him being his grandson. It was great to see Leia and Han and Chewie. That was
Luke.
And Luke.
Actually, can I tell you something? I'm probably not going to, I shouldn't say this, and I'm going to probably get death threats at therealnatebanks.com, but Luke was a bitch.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
No, Luke was tired.
No,
Luke was also tired. But he was
tired. He was a bitch.
But think about everything that was on his shoulders, right? He just saw his father kill the Emperor. His dad died.
No,
he's the only thing left to rebuild the Jedi.
But he was fine from the first 20 years after that.
Yeah, when he got Grogu.
But then when he went in hiding and was drinking purple titty milk, he was a bitch.
Dude, he had seen,
and then decided that the best way to stop his nephew was going to attempt to kill him. Like, what?
Yeah, that didn't seem rational at all.
How long were you around your own daddy? Really?
So I don't like cussing.
You saved your daddy, but your nephew, who was a kid, wasn't worth saving?
Right.
That don't make no sense.
That part.
He was a punk. That's what I'm saying. Luke was a punk. And that he was cool.
Like, yes, I'm gonna pull an Obi-Wan and just stand here and then disintegrate. What?
Well, he wasn't there to begin with. That took a lot of power. But yes, he did. Holy crap, you almost faded. It looked like you faded in and out, actually, just now.
I am secretly a Skywalker.
I was sitting back like, wait a minute.
That the Force is strong with that one.
So, these 9 stories, and Nate, I know you watched 5, and then
is it similar to like a what if type of thing?
It's similar to Love, Death, and Robots, where it's an anthology of different things. Okay. It's got nothing to do with the Star Wars universe other than there's droids, there's lightsabers, there's Jedi, there's Sith. Okay. And to Nate's effect, that first episode was dope. They had a chick with an umbrella that had her lightsaber through the umbrella, and it was shooting out the blades everywhere.
Dope. Dopey, dope.
General Grievous was probably sitting back like, what the fuck?
You stole my look.
But all in all, it was that whole anthology. It was wonderful to me. There was some misses, like the one with the band and the Jabba. That was just why.
Get to the Jabba.
If you ever get a chance to watch episode 2, CJ, you will sit there and you'll go, what is this trash?
I looked at Elijah looked at me and I said, well, rock on.
And the other one, which me and Wild Knight was discussing, was number 4, which came out before that one with the twins.
Mm-hmm.
And the logic. Okay, you know how Last Jedi had some crazy logic? This one had anime logic,
which never makes sense.
No. You don't need a helmet in space. And you can ride on a spaceship when it goes into hyperspace on the top of it.
Yes. Anime physics.
Yes, anime physics. I mean, it made for a badass scene, and I did like the twins, and they were interesting characters.
But
some of the logic, and me and Wild Knight discussed this, and we were like, what the bleep, dude? Really?
I watched the thing and I had to keep pausing it. Like,
did Elijah enjoy it? Let me ask you that.
Elijah, it actually kind of lost Elijah number 4 halfway through it.
Really? Oh, okay.
Beep.
What was that beep? That wasn't me.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. And then I can't remember what the other, but there are some good stories mixed in there. I think Ninth Jedi is up there at the top. The first one, The Duel, was pretty good as well. There's a couple other ones. I think the one with the old man, and I don't know, Nate. I don't think you've gotten to that one yet.
No, I stopped at after 5, so I'll get 6, 7, 8, and 9 by next week.
Yeah, there's some good stories in there though. There's a couple good ones, and there's a couple of you could have kept that. But as CJ is yawning because she's tired, we can start wrapping this up. Next week, I don't know if we're having a show because me and Big Nate will be in Texas chilling.
Texas.
So okay, stop.
Yes, Big Nate. Yes.
Did you get the second email that they put an after party after the party was the hotel lobby in?
No, I didn't get that one.
Probably Chris, and after the original was probably this. You didn't get it?
No, not yet, sir. Maybe I didn't see it. I did not see. Wait. Did they just send this? Okay, no, this is something different. Okay, I'll have to look and see.
I got it, brother. I got it.
Are y'all gonna be up to some crazy older men shenanigans?
Can I tell you something?
Did you just say older men shenanigans? No. I got it. I see it here. Ooh, Club Savoy. Oh my. Is this Friday night? No, this is Saturday night. Brunch. Oh my God. I'm not going to get any sleep next weekend then.
Hold on. No. You just give me the keys because you know you're an old man. Give me the keys.
You are literally 6 months younger than me, sir.
I am, but you're a married man. I ain't. After the party, it's the after party.
I'm
Sweet baby
dead.
Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus. Well, at least I got his bail money, so
Ha!
Damn.
After the original is probably this.
see, that's why that's why I wanted the hotel closer to the event, so I could just take a Uber. But anyway, Christina, anything you want to give a shout out to, or your thoughts, your final thoughts on the three things we discussed today?
Star Wars thing was cool, it's cute. What If was traumatizing and then hilarious, and then traumatizing again. God, Voltron, Jesus.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus wrapped in a claw.
Hmm?
Sorry, I just saw something.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead, Christina.
Shout out to my legs for carrying me through the hell that is this week. Shout out to my new car. Even though I'm gonna have to get a second job to pay for it, cause
Well, we've all
broke
been there.
broke.
We've all
Hashtag
been there
broke.
before. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shout out to one of my clients is releasing her EP in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks. But the first single comes out on Friday, Sprung by Lex Cole. Check it out.
All right.
Can we check it out? What's that going to be on iTunes, Spotify,
iTunes,
all that stuff?
Music, Amazon, all YouTubes, all that jazz. The EP,
YouTubes.
the visual EP, there'll be 4 songs and 4 music videos.
All right.
Woo.
My shout out is let me just you know, you can find me on most platforms at Draconis.
Oh, I have
I
DBD now, Dad. If you ever want to play some Dead by Daylight. Forgot how traumatizing that game is.
you have no idea, and I'm
I
usually
forgot.
the killer. I'm usually
I
the
forgot
killer. I
how
don't like
traumatizing.
being a survivor. Oh, I used to watch people play that before I got it, and that
That
was
game.
you be on
Oh,
edge.
bro.
And Nate doesn't know what we're talking
Playing
about.
it in the dark late at night. Oh God.
So Dead by Daylight is
For
a
those who
survival horror game, and you can either be the survivor or the killer.
or a killer.
So there's 4 survivors and there's 1 supernatural killer. And the idea is that the
And
4
they have legs.
survivors have to get 5 generators going.
Yeah. And
While
then you can
being
open the door.
hunted by a killer.
And there's like patented killers, so there's like
Leatherface, Michael
Leatherface,
Myers,
Michael
Freddy,
Myers,
the guy from
Freddy,
Scream, so Ghostface,
Ghostface,
Saw,
freaking
Jigsaw,
Saw. Oh, that's what he's from?
the
I've never seen
pig.
Saw.
The pig, yes. That's Amanda from Saw, the first 2
Huntress?
Saw movies. Yes, the first 3 Saw movies.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
Hellraiser.
Stranger
They
Things.
just got Pinhead.
Yeah,
The
Pinhead.
Cenobites
No.
are no joke.
Yeah. Pinhead is wild.
Mm-hmm.
The thing from Stranger Things. Can't think of his name right
Yes.
now.
Oh no, he's gone now. They
got rid of him?
still in the game, but you can no longer get him in the game. In other words, if you didn't buy the DLC before a certain date, they lost a license for it. So
I mean, I'm not
so
surprised.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
But it's nerve wracking, for real.
As a survivor, yes. As a killer, it's not.
As a
As a
killer,
killer, I have a ball.
As a killer, it's hilarious. But as a survivor, like for example, when you're being hunted by a killer or the killer's around you, you hear heartbeats. Terrifying, right? So Michael Myers, you don't hear heartbeats.
No, you hear his music.
For not even. Like you don't hear his music until he levels up on you. And then you're like, oh shit, Michael Myers is around me. So literally, it'll be silent. And he'll just be looking at you and like leveling up his power because that's what he does. And you just hear his music and all of a sudden you get hit in the back. And it's just like, oh, great. Cool. Fantastic.
My favorite, and who I usually stick with, is the trickster, who is the Japanese.
The one that throws like darts
daggers.
Or something? Yeah.
He throws daggers. He is a Japanese idol that killed all his bandmates and was also a murderer. And he actually had CDs of the people he killed, like their screams, that he incorporated into his albums when he was making albums.
Crazy.
Yes. So
he looks very anime.
Yes, he does.
But yeah, if you guys are interested in video games, we do that too.
Mm-hmm.
We're nerds here.
Yes. So, Big Nate at the Real Nate Banks, what you got for your shout out, sir? One other shout out to the Chicago Bears for the awesome performance last week. Let's see if they can keep it up. And did not check out the Patriots to see how they did, because they have been on a rebuild, just like the Bears have been on a rebuild for the last couple of years. So here's hoping the Bears keep coming through. And I know Justin Fields is supposed to start this today, basically. So we'll see how he does. But Big Nate, where you at, sir?
First off, I'm wearing my Sox hat because we're the AL Central champs. That's the first thing. AL Central champs. Yeah, you can throw your
hair back, Miss Cubs.
Throw your hair all you want, but that's the Central champs. That's what I'm talking about. The second thing is Justin Fields get a start. Now let's get it in. Mm-hmm. Third thing that I'm telling you is the Trojans. The Trojans. Elijah Banks, 2 sacks, triple team, like he was a professional football player. Fought through 2 sacks, 27-0. Shut the front door.
Also, happy birthday to my nephew.
Yes.
Who is a fresh 12-year-old now.
Yes.
Although he's 5'9" at 12. We're not going to go there.
I'm sorry. Pause, rewind, stop. Pause. He is household.
5'9". And what, about 200 pounds?
No, Elijah was 148, now he's 132.
He is my height at 12.
He'll probably be 6'4".
6'4", 6'5".
He'll be taller than your big brother. Yes.
Yeah, I was like, that's taller than Cameron.
Yeah.
He's taller than his pops.
Look, man, I'm just happy that Aaron is only like an inch taller than me.
Y'all got about millimeters. It's
I don't have
barely.
to look up. That makes me happy.
It might be his fro though.
Might be.
Go ahead, Big Nate. I'm sorry.
So when he fought through that on Thursday.
You sure he not 16 instead of 12?
No.
Nope. He's 12.
He's 12. The first thing is on Thursday, the day before his birthday, I took cupcakes up to the field. The whole team, all his friends celebrated and congratulated. He was like, "This is the greatest day of my life." Then the next day, he turns around, racks up. Dad takes care of him because I'm like, "Son, you playing on the squad. You playing Iron Man, offense and defense,
and special team.
You got and special team, and he got a 3.0. So Dad will open up his wallet for birthdays on that. So he racked up. Then Sunday he gets out there, gives me 2 sacks, plays the whole game, and they had to shut the game down because we scored 4 times, and they was like, "Okay, slaughter rule, we're over it." So never even scored. So I'm proud of my son. Big ups to my Elijah. Then, golly, Cliff, you all right.
No, that was just a yawn I was trying to hold in. I wasn't trying to.
And so, but as you know, when the Dallas, I have to be nice, Cowboys play.
When the Cowgirls play. You have to be nice. I do not.
He don't have to be
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Karen. Anyway, so I have to be nice. So
Cowboys. Also, why y'all team Cowboys in New Mexico?
Because we don't have a team, and so they adopt.
They're surrounded by the Cardinals. They're surrounded by Denver. They got so many options. But what I'm saying, America's team.
America's team. So I don't run the station. All I can do is say we broadcast the Cowboys game. Mm-hmm. So, but Cowboys have Monday Night Football on the 27th. So there's no game.
So that means
that the old school drive from 1 to 5 with me, Big Nate, is rolling 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Go to if you're outside of New Mexico, go to www.fiera106.1.com. Scroll down, tune in, hit the play icon at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, and get the greatest hits of the 60s, 70s, 80s. Come on and jam with me, Big Nate, on Fiera 106.1.
Now, when the Cowgirls have a day game on Sundays, though, then he's on another station playing country.
I had to go do a country western spot, and I don't know diddly do about country western, but I know that sometimes you got to know when to hold it. You got to know when to fold it. You got to know when to walk away.
It's like date night at Applebee's.
But anyway, so I did that, and it was actually a whole lot of fun. And they booked me for the December shows on the 11th and 12th because it was great. So I was like, hey, I'll do it. Let's have some fun. But
now what you got to bring to New Mexico, you got to push it through, and we got to push you through, is a 90s and 2000s show.
Woo!
Let me tell you what I'm working. Let me tell you what I'm working on. I'm working on a Friday night 6 to 9 show. The club before the club. Club Fiero. Where Big Nate is spinning all of the club bangers.
Wait, hold on. Time out.
The party before the party.
Wait, no, time out. You see, Cliff has a problem, and he gonna be ignorant about this.
Oh, Lord.
You live in butt blankety, New Mexico. The only partying they doing is going to the parking lot of Walmart and do-si-do.
That's not true. We actually have 2 places to go where people get down and shake it. I don't go because I went one time and I saw probably 10 clients. And I realized that I really don't need to do
that. Ladies and gentlemen, I live in Los Angeles where I randomly run into people I know. So I had to leave said premises.
Mr. Banks, you here? You know what? My. Look at the time. I got to go.
Yo, my watch is beeping. Gotta go. Dad's calling.
Seriously, gotta go. So I don't go to said establishments. They're nice, but because of
your word for it, sir.
But because of my 8 to 5 or 8 to 6, I can't go to said establishments. So that I don't go.
You could head on up to Albuquerque, you know.
Oh, I do.
That's a 4-hour drive.
Oh, I didn't realize it was 4 hours. Damn. Yeah. That's a weekend trip. Never mind.
Yeah. I mean, I can go to Atlanta proper if we didn't have, there's a bunch of stuff to do here. I just don't. I mean, why? Why?
You know what? Like
I'm not that age anymore. Put it that way.
Right. It's not really for you. But we will be in Houston. Now, what's crazy is I'm not going to be broadcasting live from Houston. And the reason why I'm not broadcasting live is because next Sunday, because they got the Monday Night Football game, and then they play that Sunday coming up, but that they got the later game, and since they got the later game, I basically the pregame comes on at 2:00. The game starts at 2:30. My show's from 1 to 5. I would have to play an hour, and then at 2.
The show's over.
Because we're going to do in the pregame. So I can't. So I'm not going to do my show from Houston, even though I wanted to, because I enjoyed doing my show from Houston. That was a lot of fun.
But thank you all for tuning in. So there will be
proper. That's about it.
So next week there will not be a show because 2 of the hosts will be in Houston, and the other hosts will probably be working one of 50 jobs. We don't know. Yes.
Maybe.
Possibly. You're young. We have all been there. Having to work 2 jobs to make ends meet. When you were born, I think I was working 2 jobs. I can't remember.
My legs hurt. If only they made it a livable wage.
But while you close, I want a coffee.
You want to put on an apron and come make your own coffee? Feel free.
I'm not allowed to go behind the counter, ma'am.
It's like the people that come in on Christmas, like, oh man, I can't believe you guys are open on Christmas.
I can't believe
you think you open on Christmas.
You coming in on Christmas. So
I
how do
can't
you think I'm
believe
not
they
open?
make y'all work the holidays. That is a shame. Well, take your ass home then. We wouldn't be working if you weren't here.
That is one good thing that has happened with COVID is Thanksgiving used to be the biggest holidays for the retailers. They don't open. Last year they were not open on Thanksgiving. As you all recall, Kohl's would be open for 24 hours.
Black Friday, baby.
No, starting on Thanksgiving.
Oh,
The
yeah.
workers, yeah.
For Black Friday, though.
Mm-hmm. They would be, but because of COVID last year, they didn't do that. So that was
Oh, they
pretty
bring.
good for the workers.
No. They're going to bring that back. They got to catch
Oh,
up on
they
their money.
eventually they will, but I don't think this year they will. We'll
Hey,
see
I
what
have
happens.
not missed happy hour at all. They can keep that. Don't want 100% return, please. No refund. Don't want it.
But I want to thank everyone for joining us that did join us. This will be going up on iTunes and Spotify this at 1 a.m. So about another 30 minutes, it'll go up live. Or not
Thanks for
live, but
dealing with
it'll
our
go up.
shenanigans.
Thank you all for joining us and dealing with us as Big Nate looks at his phone and contemplates the meaning of life.
The circle of life.
And as we sit back and think, God, if Angela Bassett was a little bit younger, we'd have got that fight scene in Black Panther, and everybody would have been sitting in the back like, damn!
Screaming.
Also, wait. Before we go, I got one thing to bring up about What If episode 5. Can somebody explain to me why they keep putting the brains of the robots in the head? Why would you put it in the most out and easiest place to get to?
Because they think like humans, like, my brains are in my head. Maybe I should put the robot's brains in their head.
Why not put it in the stomach?
They want to make it as human-like as possible.
Why not put it in the stomach in the most least accessible area?
Because the human brain
surrounded
is
by
not in
armor.
the stomach, so they wouldn't think about that.
But if we get shot, we die. If I get shot in the stomach, there's a slight chance I could live, depending on where I get shot at. But I digress. But thank you all for joining us. We will be back in 2 weeks with the last 2 episodes of What If, and hopefully Christina will have seen the remaining Star Wars Visions, depending on how her job treats her. But thank you all for joining, and we will check y'all out.
This is me holding up a help sign.
All right. Thank you all.
Wait a minute. Is that how you get people to apply? You stand outside and be like, I'm tired. Please come and apply.
Please come work for the Bucks. I promise it's only this bad because we ain't got no people.
All right, everybody. We are heading out, and we'll leave you out with groovy tunes and stuff, and talk to y'all later.
Peace.